What day. I have been very much in two minds about what I'm gonna do with this video, with this audio. And even right now, I don't really know how far I want to go, because this is all still new to me. This is all still very new to me. Posting anything online is very new to me. But today was a very unique experience for me. It was the first time I've ever experienced anything like it. And a few things have been ringing in my head pretty much all day. So I feel like it's only right to use this for what it's intended to be, and for me to be as fearless as possible with the parts of my mind that I'm willing to go to during these audios. The day started off like any other. It was a normal day. Had some things planned and some things not. But yeah, this one, the thing that's been ringing in my head all day, and the title of this video is definitely going to be called A Letter to My Unborn Child, or A Message to My Unborn Child. I'm not too sure yet. Because unfortunately today, got the sad news that my missus had a miscarriage, which isn't a problem. As with everything, I make sure I'm prepared for the worst case scenario whenever going into any endeavor. However, yeah, this one naturally was tough to take. It was tough to take. It was an interesting experience, to say the least, due to the fact that it was a very exciting time for us. Very, very exciting time for us. Very exciting. And I was probably the one most excited, believe it or not. I couldn't wait, man. I couldn't wait. I've always wanted to have a family. And that's not changed. And that ain't changed. And that is going to happen. Just not right now. Yeah. So my head's been pretty, believe it or not, like I've been laser focused all fucking day. Haven't eaten a thing. And that's the most interesting thing. And that's the thing I'm most proud of, I'll be honest. Because instantly, as a man, you find yourself going into a state of solidity. That's the best way I could explain it. You have to be solid. You have to be the rock for those around you that need you. And in this instance, it was my missus and my mum. I had to be strong and I had to be stable for them. And it's something that I'm accustomed to from the experiences in my life, losing family members consistently from a young age. It's an experience I'm somewhat accustomed to, but it's been a very long time, for one, since I've had to get in touch with that part of my mind. And two, this is the oldest I've been and the wisest I've been encountering such a situation. So it was very interesting to observe myself throughout it and see how I responded and stay aware of how I'm feeling and where my head was at, whilst focusing and being the foundation in which for my family to rest upon and lay their heads and give them a shoulder to cry on. It was a trip. And there was a very brief point where I was made very aware from just assessing myself that, yeah, I need my moment now. Like, I'd given my girls their time. I'd given them what they needed. Now it was high time that I go and have my moment. And that was very important. It was very important, and it was what got the ball rolling for my day. It allowed me to organize my thoughts into much more orderly fashion, and I can't think of the word, but release any pent up frustration, anger, sadness that I had lingering. Because I won't sit here in front. Like, who the fuck am I to chat shit? That was devastating to me. That was devastating news, man. I was gutted. I was really gutted. I was sad, upset, angry, confused, everything under the sun. But it wasn't my place. Initially, it wasn't my place to experience those feelings. It was my family's place to experience those feelings, and it was on me to keep the ship steady, so to speak. So yeah, what did I turn to for my moment? Interestingly, I turned to something that I've been practicing a lot recently, and that's running. And for the first time in 2-3 years, I actually ran outside. Thankfully, I'm lucky. I'm mad grateful. Like, I live 2-3 minute drive from the sea. Today was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day. We've had pretty shitty weather recently, but the sun was beaming today. It was nice and cool. It was a perfect day for a run by the sea. And I decided to take my dog on his first ever run. Neither of us have ever taken him on a run. Neither of us are runners. And he's a heavy set, stocky motherfucker. He's not really built for running. But neither am I. I'm not really good at running, so it was a match made in heaven. And that was a beautiful moment. I've never been as focused on him and myself simultaneously as I was today. And that was sensational. It was sensational, I'll be honest. It gives me goosebumps kind of thinking about it. I wish I could have got some footage, but I couldn't. It would have absolutely ruined the moment, because it would have been so forced, and due to the circumstances, it would have been difficult. But what a moment, man. What a moment. Just me and my dog just fucking jogging along the seaside. Him being none the wiser to the fact that his family was supposed to get one bigger, but no longer is for now. And that being all I could fucking think about and plaguing my mind until the run started to get a bit hard, and then I was able to center myself, focus, and grit my teeth and dig in. Yeah, but that was a beautiful moment. It drew me a lot closer to him, I feel. A lot closer to him in many ways. And to myself. To myself, I was proud of myself. It's very easy in those moments as a man to seek comfort and to seek refuge in something easy, because whatever it is that has caused these emotions has been hard to experience. But we only have one option. We only have one option. And you can sit here and be like, oh no, men are allowed to express their emotion. Yes, we are. But not in the way that you want me to. I'm not allowed to sit around and cry like a little bitch and fucking curl up into a ball and sit with my mum and my missus and just start bawling out. No, that's not good enough. That's unacceptable. Whether we care to admit it or not, like, the blood of rulers and conquerors runs through all of our veins, every single one of us, because we wouldn't be here if that wasn't the case. And as a man, it's on you to hold it down for your family, and most importantly, hold it down for yourself. Because if you ain't in tune with yourself well enough to figure out how the fuck you're gonna get out of this hole and keep moving forward and transmute that energy into something that serves you rather than something that destroys you, because that's what that shit's gonna do. Curling up in a ball, being depressed, going and eating this, that, and the third, and not doing what you should be fucking doing just because you feel a type of way. That's not gonna serve you, bro. That's not gonna serve you. We don't have that privilege. We don't have that privilege. My woman has that privilege. She has that privilege of feeling distraught and not doing certain things because of how she feels today, because she has every right to. Why? Because she has the ability to do the greatest thing anything can do on this planet, and that is birth a human child. So we play the game from a different rule book, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. We as men just have to be aware of ourselves, learn ourselves, and find the quickest solutions to getting ourselves out of that hole so we can continue to serve our family in that respect. It's vital. It's vital. We ain't got time to fuck around. We ain't got time to be a bitch about shit. They're going to be looking to us. Your dog looks to you, your mum looks to you, your missus looks to you, your brothers look to you. Everybody's going to be looking to you, and you can't be there crumbling, bro. Like, you can't. You got to stand tall, stand strong, and find the solutions. So that run was special, man. That was special. It was a special moment between me and my dog. It was a very special moment, and that set the ball rolling for what has since then been a beautiful day. It's been a beautiful day. It was tough. Initially it was tough, but anything worth having never come easy. And since then it's been a beautiful day. Me and the missus have always had a great ability to communicate to each other. Well, I say always, that's very ignorant of me to say. We have worked on over the years on our amazing ability to communicate to each other. So off the rip, like, we were talking about the hard stuff, and then we had our moment alone in order to sit on the hard stuff, and we came back to one another in a much better place to continue talking. And then I went to the gym, and it was another opportunity for me to be alone with me and experience this emotion, this experience. And I wanted to feel some pain. Like, I wanted to feel uncomfortable. I wanted to burn. I wanted to hurt. And I'll be real, like, I wanted to hurt for my kid that is never going to get to experience that, unfortunately. I wanted to feel things that, for him, for her, that they'll never get to see, they'll never get to feel. And yeah, in moments of my workout, it took me to a dark place. In other moments, it took me to a very playful place. I tried new things today. Things that I happened to come across yesterday. I played with them. And they were difficult, and they were fun, and they were challenging, and they were mentally stimulating. And I also ran myself into the ground on the treadmill and thought I was going to throw up pushing the sled. Because, yeah, like, hard work is sometimes the only way out of a situation. Hard work and discomfort is sometimes the only way to feel better and to fucking sort your shit out at the end of the day. Like, this idea that we can hide behind this shield of sadness, anxiety, or whatever you want to call it, depression in that moment, that is, it's nonsense, and it's cowardly. And I personally don't respect it. And you can love me or hate me for that shit. I really couldn't give a flying fuck today. I ain't got nothing to lose today. Yeah, you heard, like, the boy lost it all. So kill me. I don't give a shit. That's some pussy old shit. Like, where I grew up from, that's what we call it. That's some pussy old shit. Like, that's nah, bro. Nah. Fuck that. Fuck that. Like, something can't happen in your life, yeah, and you roll over and cower like a bitch and hide behind this shield of, like, oh, I'm depressed, so, like, I can't do this and I can't do that. Nah. What are you supposed to do today? What work are you supposed to get done? All right, go and do that. And go do that well. And because you've experienced something devastating, go and transmute that energy, because that is a powerful fucking energy. Like, today, I'm fucking I'm on. Like, I ain't worked as hard as I've worked physically today in a long time. And that's all credit to my ability to transmute that energy that I experienced, the emotion that I experienced, emotion being energy in motion, that I experienced earlier today, and transmute that into something positive and something that serves me. I now have a greater understanding of what I'm capable of from a physical perspective. Running has always been very difficult to me because mentally I've never understood what I've been capable of. I've always struggled. As a kid, I had asthma, so I couldn't run. Again, hiding behind a cloak of fucking security. But today, my eyes were widely blown open to what I was capable of. What I was capable of, what my dog was capable of, what my woman is capable of, what my mum is capable of. Seeing everybody bounce back in the way that they have was amazing, was beautiful to see. Yes, we can grieve for a moment, we can experience our trauma for a moment, but we must transmute that energy positively. And I led by example, and we all did that. And yes, I take pride in that. And I condemn the cowardice that comes with hiding behind any cloak of any sort of label that excuses you from putting in the work that you're supposed to put in. Because as a man, as a young man especially, that still has a lot of work to do to carve his place in space and time, and with the little time that he has on this earth, you ain't got no excuses, bro. Like, there's no excuses. There's no excuses. I don't give a fuck what happens to you during the day. Make sure you use that energy to do something that serves you, and do it well. Do it well, because what is a life if it's not lived to its fullest? There is no point in partaking in anything throughout your day if you're not willing to execute it well. And I'm not going to sit here and act like a saint. If you've watched my videos before, you know full well that there's many a days where I've succumbed to whatever it is that I'm experiencing, whether it be mentally, emotionally. Even yesterday, my session wasn't anywhere near as intense as today due to the fact that mentally and spiritually, I was just out of whack. And today, I took my trauma and I transmuted that shit into some serious energy. And excuse me. You can too, man. Everybody can. I watched my woman do it today, and I watched my mum do it today. And shout out my mum, because 2-3 years ago, the woman that I knew would not have been able to do that. Would not have been able to call me an hour after first breaking the news, speaking to her and fucking breaking down slightly, having her break down slightly. The bounce back was amazing. And for that, I thank you. If you listen to this, Mum, I thank you. I really do. Because I needed that in that moment. I was yet to have my moment, and you didn't ask for more. You came to me as a mum, as a real mum, and was like, I'm good now. I got you. How are you? That meant a lot. That meant a lot. And to my missus too, same thing. We had our moment. She had her moment. And I held it down. I went and had my moment. And as soon as I was back, she was back. Boom. Beaming, glowing. Positive attitude. Thinking forward. What's next? Where are we going? Transmuting that emotion into energy that serves us. And to my best friend, like, the words I shared with him today, like, it was powerful. It meant a lot. It meant a lot. Had me feeling all types of way listening to that in the gym, I'll be real. But it meant a lot. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you very much. On this day, more than any others, I appreciate you. And I implore you to not hesitate. Today, tomorrow, tonight, this morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I implore you to do whatever you're going to do, and do it well, man. Do it well, because not everybody gets to do anything, unfortunately. And there's always somebody with bigger problems than you. So take whatever energy it is that you're being fed and transmute that into something that serves you. Again, thank you.